Hi, welcome to my channel. I want to share this topic as I have witnessed it firsthand when I started my high-tech career back in 1999. While working at my first corporate job, my office was surrounded by a lot of co-workers who had been working there for between 20 to 40 years. I was scared to think about it and visualize myself in the similar situation for 40 years of my life. I know it's kind of crazy to think about what else I can do next to escape from that. But I did not know any other options. I wanted to change jobs with higher pay and hope the higher pay would shorten my years of working. Little did I know I was wrong. The higher income I made, the more taxes I had to pay. I will share with you the most 3 common types of asset-based income investments so you too can have 20 years to do whatever you wish to do if working on a W-2 job is not something you enjoy. If this is your first time visiting my channel, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell. This channel is about investing in cash flow real estate, achieve your financial independence, and making an impact. My name is Korianne, and I am a real estate investor since 2001. I achieved my financial independence when I was 35 years old after consistently investing in cash flow property over 8 years. Until 2001, when I started my first company and accidentally become a real estate investor after turning our old home into a rental properties because we bought a new home in a better school district for our children. That was when I started to learn about cash flow real estate as well as about taxes. Fast forward 20 years later, this is what I have learned in the most 3 common asset-based incomes that can cut everyone 20 years of working life, and I want to share them with you here. Instead of the time-based income, where we have to trade time for money, one key thing I learned that would cut 20 years of working life is to invest in asset-based income. That is income that's come from owning a certain type of cash flow and producing assets. Because it is asset-based, we can make an income while we sleep. Examples of these income-producing assets are investment portfolio income. Portfolio income comes from investing in stock, bonds, gold, silver, commodity. You can earn dividends as well as growth, assuming you have the skill to manage your money in this asset. I started out investing my 30% take-home income into this asset in beginning years. I was able to earn 8 to 10% on the average by investing in just a low-cost index fund. At that time, I was planning to cut at least 20 years of my working life by investing consistently between 30 to 40% of my take-home income. The second source is business income. You probably heard the term working in the business versus working on the business. Watch out for these 5 distinctions here. If you personally have to work in the business, you may still be trading time for money. That's quite fine. We all have to start somewhere and have the plan to transition to do something we would rather do or prefer. That is at some point in our life. Many of us would prefer to own a business that produce income while freezing ourselves to work on something else that we enjoy doing. I have a few friends who are franchise owners. They own cash flowing businesses, but they have general managers working in the business for them. I started investing my money in private companies in the last 5 years. I tend to invest in companies working in the market that I personally understand, like fintech company, personal finance company, and real estate, with products that I can relate with, and equally important, with great founders. A few of them continue to show great potential. I also invested in the private equity fund, which invests in hundreds of new startups around the world. If you like this video, then support to smash the like button. And if you have not subscribed yet, please do so. I appreciate your support. Another common source of asset-based income is, you guess it, income-producing real estate assets. Imagine you own a portfolio of real estate properties that generate positive monthly income. I believe anyone can transform themselves and start investing in asset-based income and eventually slow down or even stop relying on the time-based income completely. Building asset-based income will require skills, and you need to invest your time and effort to learn upfront and develop the skills. Whatever professional skill you have today earning you the income, the saving from this income can be used to invest in these three assets that will start to produce passive income for you, where you do not have to trade them for income. I will share a little bit of my own journey with you. After my last company where I worked got shut down, I decided to learn everything I could to open my own mortgage brokerage company by working for free with a seasoned mortgage broker. That was a great ride. With my own mortgage company, I was my own boss. The more I work, the more I earn. The more I earn, the faster I save up investing capital to start buying more real estate properties for my buy and hold strategy. I have had great credits, so I was able to leverage bank money to build a great real estate portfolio where the rental income paid down multiple six figures of passive income silently. Once you have income producing real estate property, you continue to save and accumulate enough to the point of being able to buy your next property. Imagine building up multiple streams of asset-based income over the 10 to 15 years period. This will continue to reduce the number of years you have to work. Let's go through simple thinking exercise here. According to the Molly Full Service website shows, the American household's average monthly expenses are about $5,111. Let's assume your total annual expense is about $60,000 per year. Obviously, this number highly depends on your family situations, lifestyle, what part of the country you live in. Your number may be slightly lower or much higher. But let's just use $60,000 per year in these illustrations. If your annual expense is $60,000 per year and you have a stream of asset-based income of $60,000 per year, where you do not have to trade time for money, you are considered financial independence. That is without having to work. Your expense is fully covered by your passive income or asset-based income. How cool is that? Let's see how long you have to invest in order to get to the state of financial independence. Let's say you have about $50,000 in savings and you invest this $50,000 in assets that will produce income for you. The asset can be stock, bond, gold, franchise business, or income-producing real estate assets. You can learn how to buy the right income-producing property that gives you at least 8% cash-on-cash return on your money. I'm going to assume compound interest here to keep the math simple. In this case, With 50,000 invested at the 8% rate of return, you will get at least 60,000 asset-based income by the year 15. To reach the 60,000 asset-based income, you will need to invest 2,000 additional per month. With proper planning, you will be able to cut down at least 20 years of your working life. The two main points to take away is, with your current professional skills and the value that you add to others, you continue to increase your active income bucket. With savings from this active income, you can invest early into any asset-based income bucket that I just mentioned. The sooner you invested your active income into the asset-based income, the sooner you will be cutting down your working years. The best part is that you do not have to rely on the active income job to live quality life. The active income bucket will make you a living. The asset-based income buckets will make you a fortune and freedom. I would like to close with a quote from Warren Buffett. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you work until you die. If you like this content, please smash the like button now and also subscribe if you have not done so. Share with me in the comment below which asset-based income do you currently have. Do you have another asset-based income that generates passive income while you sleep that we can learn from you? Thank you so much for watching. Let's learn, invest, and make an impact. Ciao!
Hey guys, so we are doing this traditional Vietnamese like basket. So it's basically like the lanterns you put in the water, but it's like a basket. So you wish for good luck, wish whatever you want, and you put it in the water. So this is Mom's, and Mom, you got what you wished for?
Yes, I did. Yep.
Remember when the silence grew so